And lyric-wise, because I mean, me as a music fan, not just a metal fan, I always, the lyrics have to mean something. They have to say something. There's a lot of metal out there that sometimes the lyrics get lost in translation. Where do you find kind of, your not necessarily ideas, but that when you're writing something, how do you manage to kind of like, get the words that are gonna fit the song so well? You know what I mean? Because I think you do that very, like very few out there. And not to kiss your ass. It's like really your lyrics are like always make you think and feel, and maybe 5 years later you go and read them and you're like, oh shit, that's what that. You know what I mean?
Well, it's interesting you bring that up because most of the time I know what I want to get across, but during the process of writing the lyrics, I'll purposefully, even more times than not, even the title of the song, you could read it and it could mean 5 different things, it could be, whatever. And then the first line, it could be taken 2, 3 different ways. Same with the second line, third line, progress. So it's like, it does keep you thinking. And I know that there's quadruple meanings a lot of times. I know this. I'm really well aware of this. So it's English still. Some of it, and then there's like submetratone and ganga that might be the closest thing that to answer your earlier part of your question. The lyrics for me need to come from somewhere real, need to be a real thing. Well, when it comes to like submetratone and ganga, it's like that's the closest I'll come to, I guess, a bullshit place, but also a real place because it needs that basis of reality in there because that's just how I roll. But also because people actually practice, certain religions, which I am not religious at all. I believe in on a very human level, let's put it that way, a non-religious human level. So when I see the ritual of practice in religion, don't get me wrong, and there's many types. I'm from New Orleans. I've seen many types practiced. It's interesting. But that's all I can say for it. I think human beings they're bored and they need something bigger than themselves to look to. Thankfully for me, it's music.
Music is real. Yeah. Yeah, for a lot of us, I mean, you just said it. Music is a religion because it's a unity that religion kind of does through a book. We do it through music. Maybe lyrics that we're talking about, rhythms, things that kind of you go in a room with a bunch of strangers and you're like, damn, I identify with that.
Exactly, and you don't stand on the corner and try and ram it down someone's fucking throat. But you only do ram it down people's throats who want it rammed down their fucking throats. It's like, yes, turn me on to the new whatever. It's like, let's listen, because it's so, it hits the spot.
What is the best concert growing up that you went to? Your favorite that you're like, fuck me, man. And also kind of, that you're like, oh shit, I gotta get on that stage.
Fuck, I don't know, man. I saw Jethro Tull back in the day. I saw Queen. I saw fucking Stevie Wonder. I've seen Nick Cave. I've seen Neurosis. I've seen Portal. I've seen Ghost. I've seen Slayer in 1988. I saw Viking. I saw Dark Angel with the guitar player for Viking. I have no idea how to answer this question.
So many.
So many. I saw Kiss as a kid. That was a big deal. You know, when you're a kid, Kiss. But there were better shows. I liked the local shows, man. Those were fun, different vibe. They felt great, man. I love those shows. The old school shows where everybody knew how to pit. Everyone knew to catch the stage diver. The good old days. I miss them. I love them. We're in the year of the phone, the day of the phone. And to me, it's like I can still remember seeing Agnostic Front in 1985 open for Motorhead. I don't need to look back at footage. I remember. Mike Williams from I Hate God was there. He said, "Phil, can I have a sip of your beer?" And I said, "Sure." It was like $2 for like a cup of beer this big. And this is back in the day when money was like bullshit, man. And so I think I borrowed some money from my family, which was humiliating. Yeah, and he grabbed my beer and downed the whole thing. I'm like, "You motherfucker." And then I went through the line and I bought us both a beer.
Is that how you guys met?
No, we met in high school.
Did you finish high school?
No. I think he might have. No, he didn't. No. Not many of us did. But we did our homework on stage.